Hello, this is Flights in Asia, and in this video, we'll be heading to Japan, where United Airlines is looking into bringing about the return of regional flights from a familiar hub, Tokyo's Narita Airport. This plan for what could be United's Narita Hub 2.0 was first reported by Brian Summers of Airline Observer. In his report, following the announcement by the Chicago-based airline to launch a new Fifth Freedom flight between Tokyo's Narita Airport and the central Philippine city of Cebu, United is looking to expand further in Asia via Tokyo. Interviewing both United Network Chief Patrick Quayle and Chief Commercial Officer Andrew Nacella, as part of this plan, United is exploring options to open up new routes from Narita, a familiar hub for not just United, but also US-based airline Delta, which for decades operated intra-Asia flights from Narita, inherited from Northwest Airlines until 2017. While most of United's flight operations to and from Tokyo are now trans-Pacific flights to and from its major US hubs, United still does have some flight rights to and from Tokyo. To facilitate the possible new routes from Tokyo's Narita Airport, United is looking to its hub in the Western Pacific island of Guam, where it has a base of pilots and Boeing 737 aircraft. While it has a base on Guam, the business situation at its hub there has been described as weaker than before the pandemic, so the idea is to shift some of those 737s to operate flights to and from Tokyo. In the report, Nacella was quoted saying, "I don't think we will be looking at flying wide-body jets beyond Tokyo anytime soon." Further adding, "But we have these 737s and a slot portfolio at Narita and all the feed from the United States on wide-body jets, and it created a unique opportunity. That seemed like something we would like to try, and the advanced bookings indicate," referring to the Tokyo-Cebu flights, "that it's going to be very successful." While this plan could be an experimental one, it's a new experiment in familiar territory, so the market has definitely changed since the peak of United's Narita hub in the 1990s and 2000s. Unlike before, Tokyo's two main air hubs, Narita and Haneda, are now open for international flights, and United operates regular trans-Pacific flights to and from the two hubs. While shifting its focus in Tokyo to trans-Pacific flights, United continued to operate multiple daily flights between Guam and Narita Airport. More recently, we've seen an early signs of a small expansion, with the addition of United's flights between Narita and Saipan, and recently the airport has opened new flights between Haneda and Guam, all using Guam-based 737s. More recently, United gained more attention with its announcement of the new Narita Cebu flights, which were originally scheduled to launch in July, which has since been rescheduled to October. Between Japan and Guam and Saipan, the flights are mostly conducted by Boeing 737 aircraft based on Guam, which, while it arguably has seen a diminished role, United's Guam hub continues to connect the island to the Japanese tourist market with flights to Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, and Fukuoka. Along with the Japan routes, United also operates flights to the neighboring islands, Manila, Philippines, and Honolulu, Hawaii. These routes have appeared to be the main constants to and from Guam for United, as the trans-Pacific travel market has shifted to more non-stop flights to and from the US mainland to major Asian cities such as Tokyo, Shanghai, Beijing, Hong Kong, and even Singapore. In addition to its own operated trans-Pacific flights, United has also capitalized on its joint ventures, such as with ANA for Japanese domestic travel and regional flight connections to and from both Haneda and Narita. From Japan, the intra-Asia travel market is already a competitive one, and I don't think it would be worthwhile for United to operate flights to and from Narita to already competitive markets such as to Seoul, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, which happen to be already well served by multiple carriers, including some of its partner carriers. From Narita Airport, United could try to open new routes with the 737s, which may not have enough traffic to justify a nonstop flight from the US, or there isn't much competition on them. Before going forward, I do want to mention these are just some route ideas that I could see happening, and we'll have to wait for any official announcements from United for new routes. One possible route that is reachable with a 737 is to the Pacific island nation of Palau. Previously, up to the 2010s, Delta operated flights to the island nation from Tokyo's Narita Airport, though the difference this time could be the smaller Guam-based 737s over 757s that were previously rotated from the US. For this route, the aircraft could be sourced from the existing Guam-Palau flights. Another market that United could expand its reach with the 737s from Tokyo is actually the Philippines, and Cebu could be the start. Besides mostly Philippine-based budget carriers, there isn't much competition on flights to and from Japan and the Philippines beyond the capital city of Manila. With the difficulties to secure flight slots for additional flights to and from Manila, United could also look into new flights to Clark. And years down the line, when a new Manila area hub is open, there could be new opportunities for new flights to and from Tokyo. Another possible market that United could look into with its 737s at Narita Airport is China, as some cities are within range with limited flights to and from Tokyo, such as Chengdu, Shenzhen, and Xiamen. For China, this will be dependent on if United can secure additional flight slots to and from those cities. To and from Tokyo, United does have the connecting traffic of trans-Pacific flights, especially at Narita to major US cities, which are United hubs. As for United's hub on Guam, it might actually be one of the more important pieces to this plan. With an already established flight crew and pilot base, along with 737s operating there, it may prove a savings in cost of flying staff to and from the US mainland and aircraft as well. In a report by the Pacific Daily News, Summers remarked on the Tokyo-Cebu flights and the sourcing of the aircraft, saying, quote, "The airplane probably will fly from Guam to Tokyo to Cebu to Tokyo to Guam. But it's still a Guam-based airplane. If there are other destinations, they will probably follow that pattern. But remember that Nocella and Quail only told me more routes might be intriguing, not that they are definitely going to fly more." While there is interest as for the prospective plans for United and 737s from Tokyo, the only route announcement has been the Tokyo-Narita-Cebu route. Recently, I got the chance to ask some questions to Walter Dias, United Airlines Director for Greater China, Korea, and Southeast Asia, about the state of the airline's operations in the Western Pacific, including in the Philippines. Aligning with what Summers said in the Pacific Daily News report, when asked about why was Tokyo-Narita selected as the first connection to Cebu, Dias said, quote, "We selected Tokyo-Narita Airport as the first connection to Cebu, complementing our range of flights between Narita and the United States, combined with the availability of our nearby aircraft and crew based in Guam." Dias would highlight the multiple connecting options of its flights from Narita Airport to the US for customers heading to and from Cebu, before concluding, quote, "We are able to utilize our aircraft and crew that are based in Guam to serve this flight." Beyond the soon-to-launch Narita-Cebu flights, there are so far no further official indications or announcements of new routes from Tokyo's Narita Airport using 737s. That said, a new version of a Narita hub for United, a Narita Hub 2.0, is a very interesting prospect. Where do you think United Airlines can operate 737s to and from Narita Airport? I definitely would love to hear your ideas and your take on if this would be a success or failure. In the meantime, this has been Flights in Asia. Thank you for watching and have a great day.